5 Misunderstood Concepts for your PMP exam. In this video, I will calculate exactly how 5 misunderstood PMP concepts cause a 400K cost variance to know why you are failing both professional certification exams and your real-world baselines. You misapplied 5 critical concepts, and now your $1 project baseline is completely destroyed. You spent months grinding for professional certification exams, memorizing every formula to survive those 180 questions. But out in the real world, the financial impact is catastrophic. Your team loses faith in your leadership and your career stalls because you confused a textbook theory with a tactical execution. You need to master the real-world application of EVM, float, reserves, cost types, and estimating before they bankrupt your project today. Panda here. 2.5 decades delivering projects, PMP certified since 2003. The mistake I am about to show you is how budgets really die. I have seen construction sites turn into ghost towns and software launches melt into lawsuits because a manager thought they understood the numbers when they really just had a glossary memorized. We are going beyond the exam prep today to look at the financial tripwires that wait for you the moment you step out of the testing center and into the boardroom. Let us start with the big one, earned value. Most of you treat cost variance and schedule variance like simple math homework. You remember that cost variance is earned value minus actual cost and schedule variance is earned value minus planned value. But here is the reality check. A negative variance is not just a digit on a spreadsheet, it is a project emergency with sirens blaring in your office. It means you are bleeding cash or missing deliverables right now. If you do not treat these as early warning signals, you are essentially flying a plane with a broken fuel gauge. Then there is the confusion between total slack and free slack. Total slack is the breathing room for the entire project end date. It belongs to the client and the stakeholders. Free slack is the time an activity can slide without delaying the very next task. Think of it this way. Total slack protects the finish line, while free slack protects your next team member's starting shift. When you blow through free slack because of poor coordination, you create a ripple effect of idle vendors and overtime costs that no contingency reserve can ever fix. Now we have the battle of the reserves. Contingency reserves are for identified, known risks you actually planned for. They are part of your approved cost baseline. Management reserves are for unknown disasters and sit outside your baseline. Contingency is your rainy day fund for predicted storms, while management reserve is for the earthquakes you did not see coming. At 8:30, I will show you the exact line item that caused this financial collapse in a real international tech project. You also need to distinguish between direct costs and G&A overhead. Direct costs are the things you can actually control, like labor hours and material prices for your specific work packages. General and administrative overhead is the corporate tax allocated by your organization that is totally outside your direct control. You can negotiate with a lumber supplier or a software vendor to save a few bucks, but you cannot negotiate your way out of the corporate accounting tax. Ignoring this overhead is the fastest way to find a hole in your project pocket. Finally, let us talk about top-down versus bottom-up estimating. Top-down estimates are macro-level starting points usually handed down by senior management who have never seen a WBS in their lives. Bottom-up estimates are the granular, tactical reality performed by the people actually doing the work. A top-down estimate is a strategic guess born in a PowerPoint slide, but a bottom-up estimate is the actual truth. When you try to force a bottom-up reality into a top-down mandate without checking the math, your project is doomed before the first meeting starts. Let us look at a real international tech infrastructure launch that went south. Senior management gave a top-down mandate of $1,000 as the planned value for the first phase. The project manager identified risks and set a contingency reserve, but completely ignored the G&A overhead tax and the vendor idle time caused by missing free slack. 6 months into the schedule, the team finally sat down to check the progress against the baseline. They had completed $800,000 worth of work, which gave them an earned value that looked okay on paper until the bills arrived. Because the overhead was not tracked and vendors sat idle, the actual costs hit a staggering $1,200,000. Now let us do the math that kills careers. Cost variance is earned value minus actual cost. That is $800,000 minus $1,200,000, leaving you with a negative $400,000 variance. Verdict? Dead. The project is bankrupt because these 5 critical concepts were treated as exam trivia instead of financial tripwires. In my experience, memorized formulas will fail you every single time when they go up against real vendor invoices and unmanaged corporate overhead. Here is what most people get wrong after 25 years of watching this play out. People assume schedule variance is measured in days, but it is actually measured in dollars to show the value of work lagging behind the baseline. Another classic is using the management reserve to pay for an identified risk that went over budget. That is a massive process fail. For your professional certification exams, test takers consistently confuse total slack with free slack. This results in blown critical path calculations that will fail you on the exam and in the real field. To survive, remember that cost variance and schedule variance reveal the actual financial health of your baseline. Contingency reserves cover the known risks, while management reserves are for the unknowns. Bottom-up estimates and direct cost tracking are your only real shields against macro-level top-down mandates that do not respect reality. Don't let these 5 metrics become the reason your next $1 project ends up in the graveyard. Take the time to map your costs to the right buckets before the first dollar is spent. Understanding the difference between a textbook and a checkbook is the key. If this breakdown helped you see through the fog, hit like so I know to make more. Subscribe if you want practitioner lessons every week. Your actionable step is simple. Open your WBS today and check if your contingency reserve is properly separated from your management reserve in your budget tracking tool. If they are lumped together, you have a ticking time bomb on your hands. Fix it now before the audit team finds it for you. See you in the next one.